This video is brought to you by Crux Interfacing Solutions. In this video, we will walk through the installation process of the ACP LX12Z. This product is an aftermarket solution that provides your factory Lexus navigation-based system with Carplay and Android Auto. It also includes two programmable camera inputs. The latter can be very useful if you wish to add a backup camera and/or a front camera. But before we start, let's set up our harness to streamline the process. First, we must connect the correct CAN wires on our ACP LX12Z harness. Please check the manual for the connection that matches your vehicle trim. Since we are installing on an RX350 with a 5-button jog mouse, we must use the GS CAN as our communication. This is stated in the manual. Connect the male CAN out wire to the GS CAN female wire, and connect the female CAN in wire to the male GS CAN wire. Next, we must bridge the ACP LX12Z harness to the module power harness via the CAN board provided in the kit. Now we are ready to begin our install. For this install, we need to get behind the radio and the LCD panel. First, remove the leather side trim. Remove the following plastic trim. Remove the other leather side trim. Remove the following plastic trim while paying notion to the connection behind the push to start button. Remove the harness connected to the start button to free the trim. To pull out the radio, we must unscrew the two 10mm bolts via the openings located at the sides of the center console. But be very careful, we suggest using a magnetic socket to avoid losing the bolts. Next, push the leather sleeve away from the shifter knob. Proceed to unscrewing the knob. Place a thick blanket on top of the circumcised shifter to avoid damage to the radio. To remove the radio, we must firmly pull it out to release the hooks. You may need to use a trim tool as aid. Before pulling it out all the way, remove the cable connected to the clock. For a flush install, we recommend removing the glove compartment. First, open the glove compartment and proceed in removing the 3 Phillips screws. Now, remove the 2 screws located at the bottom of the glove compartment. Remove the plastic trim perpendicular to the glove compartment. Then remove the trim adjacent to it. Now, remove the plastic trim located underneath the glove compartment, paying notion to the connector attached to it. Then, proceed to disconnect it. Unscrew the 2 bolts located at the bottom corners of the glove compartment. Carefully remove the glove compartment while paying notion to the connector attached to it. Disconnect the cable. Now, returning to the radio, we must detach the factory 42-pin connector and plug it into the female side of the Crux vehicle harness. Then, plug the male side of the Crux vehicle harness in place of the original one. Next, we move on to the LCD panel. Remove the 2 pieces of plastic trim surrounding the LCD. Unscrew the 2 nuts from the front side of the LCD. Next, unscrew the single bolt bracing the LCD on the side. We suggest placing the LCD onto a clean piece of cloth as to avoid any damage to the screen. Remove the black and blue connectors from behind the LCD panel. Take the 24-pin white connectors that are on the Crux vehicle harness, along with the 2 LVDS cables provided in the kit, and funnel them through the cavity in between the vents, all the way out to the LCD panel. Make sure you are leading with the baby blue connector side when it comes to the LVDS cables. Connect the factory black male connector into the female Crux 24-pin connector. Then, plug in the Crux male 24-pin connector into the LCD panel. Next, plug the blue male video connector that comes from the vehicle to the female Crux video connector. Then, plug the Crux male video connector in place of the original one behind the LCD panel. Now, funnel the LVDS cables and the 2-pin power connector from the radio cavity to the glove compartment cavity. Funnel the microphone cable provided on the Crux vehicle harness as well. Funnel the power harness for the ACP LX12Z module through the same opening. Connect the power harness to the module. Connect the LVDS in A cable to the port on the outside end of the module, and the out B to the port adjacent to it. Connect the HDMI cable to the ACP LX12Z module. Connect the other end into the SmartPlay module. Connect the 2-pin power cable to the SmartPlay module. Connect the USB adapter cable to the SmartPlay module. Connect the microphone cable to the SmartPlay module. Connect your desired lightning cable to the USB adapter and furthermore to your phone. As far as getting your audio, you have two choices. You can either bridge the SmartPlay module to the vehicle aux in with a 3.5mm auxiliary cable, or you can simply connect your device to the factory Bluetooth. The quality of both signals is almost identical. Next, we must confirm the dipster settings for our module via the chart provided in the manual. Please find the setting that best matches your system's description. Finally, we will check if the install was successful. We must replace the push to start button and turn the vehicle on. In this vehicle, our choice of audio was auxiliary, so we must set the audio input in our Lexus infotainment system as aux. Hold the map button for 3 seconds to get into the Carplay/Android Auto mode. The jog mouse will be your main method of navigating through the features. As we can see, our install was successful. For those who wish to add a camera or two, you simply need to get your aftermarket camera and connect its video RCA to the appropriate female RCA on the ACP LX12Z module power harness. You must also provide power and ground to said cameras. We provide a red wire on the power harness as a constant lead. After installing your camera, you will need to enter the OSD menu by connecting the OSD controller to the 3-pin connector on the power harness. Please see pages 6 to 8 on the manual for OSD instructions pertaining to your camera install and SmartPlay. If you wish to make any adjustments to the resolution, frame rate, or volume of your SmartPlay, you can do so by entering the SmartPlay menu via holding the button on the side of the SmartPlay module. Once you're in the menu, you can change what you need. Note that the changes only execute after you turn your vehicle off and let the module power down. Since everything seems to be working well, we are ready to replace all the components back to where they were, making sure our install is flush. This concludes the install. We hope that you are satisfied with your new smartphone integration. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us or call us directly at 818-609-9299. Thank you and goodbye.